wasn't just politics. By this time, Facebook was also dominating the news business.
62% of Americans say they get their news from social media sites like
62%.
More than a dozen developers have worked with us to build social news apps, all with the goal of helping you discover and read more news.
Facebook's massive audience enticed media organizations to publish straight into the company's news feed, making it one of the most important distributors of news in the world.
I'm personally really excited about this. I think that it has the potential to not only rethink the way that we all read news, but to rethink a lot of the way that the whole news industry works.
Right. But unlike traditional media companies, Facebook didn't see itself as responsible for ensuring the accuracy of news and information on its site.
Couldn't care less.
The responsibilities that they should have taken on are what used to be called editing. And editors had certain responsibilities for what was going to show up on the first page versus the last page, the relative importance of things that don't relate purely to money and don't relate purely to popularity.
Really, you couldn't really edit every single post that goes on Facebook. I mean, that's a ridiculous thing to say, isn't it?
Instead, Facebook's editor was its algorithm, designed to feed users whatever was most engaging to them.
Popularity.
Inside Facebook, they didn't see that as a problem.
Was there a realization inside Facebook as to what the responsibilities would be of becoming the main distributor of news?
I don't think there was a lot of thinking about
Iceland.
That idea. I don't think there was any
think
thought
so.
that the news content in particular had more value or had more need for protection.
I don't think we really gave a fuck.
Andrew Anker was in charge of Facebook's news products team,
Right.
and is one of 8 former Facebook insiders who agreed to talk on camera about their experiences.
Right.
I was surprised by a lot of things when I joined Facebook, and as someone who grew up in the media world, I expected there to be more of a sense of how people interact with media and how important media can be to certain people's information diet.
We have a video from Davide from Napoli.
Hi, I have a question about the role of Facebook in the media. Do you see it as an editor? Thank you very much.
Do you see it as an editor?
No. We're a technology company, but we're not a media company.
The fact that so many big, well-known news brands really pushed into Facebook pretty aggressively legitimized it as a place to get kind of information. And I think that also strangely created the opportunity for people who weren't legitimate as well. Because if the legitimate players are there and you're not legitimate, all you need to do is set up a website and then share links to it. And your stuff on Facebook is going to look similar enough that you've just gotten a huge leg up.
You're going to look legitimate.
Hillary Clinton is the most corrupt.
There you go. Murdoch looks legitimate, employs lots of people, appears to be like a legitimate business, but isn't. It's basically fake news, a certain amount of rubbish, and the Courier Mail and the Herald, Evening Herald, and the Gold Coast Bulletin, and Townsville Bulletin, Cairns Post. Need I go on and on? The Australian can be chock full of poop.